What's poppin', everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the I Got a Story to Tell podcast. I am your host, Christopher Scott, the co-founder of Billion or Bust. This week's episode, I sit down with the homie, celebrity chef Nikki Steward. We talk about everything from finances to family and cannabis. So I definitely hope that you guys enjoyed this episode. Appreciate everyone listening to our past episodes of the podcast. Thank you for everybody that's been supporting and listening to Wantrepreneur versus Entrepreneur, and most importantly, our newer podcast, Bars with Don Dixon and Kaleem Musa. But y'all already know my next thing. I'm going to stop talking so we can get into this next episode. This is probably going to be the most unorthodox podcast episode I've had.
How do we make it orthodox? Right now, basically, we're doing drunk history.
I mean, why not?
Fuck it.
Well, we definitely recording. We live.
It's your birthday, so.
Mm-hmm.
Say la vie.
All right, we out here, Scorpios.
Happy early birthday.
I mean, thanks.
You
21 again. I'm forever young.
Forever young?
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. I will never grow old. Oh, this fucking cannabis I'm consuming.
Cannabis.
Oh, shit. Yes.
So that's your area of expertise now at this point as a chef. Like, I know that that's not how you originally started.
Mm-mm.
So when did that whole transition from being in the pharmaceutical industry to wanting to be a chef happen?
Well, so it's been about 10 years, going on 11, where I was like, yeah, I'm good on this. I didn't realize that I was a creative until my mid to late 20s. And so I think at some point I was like, I'm so bored with this life that I have. You know, I feel like as a career choice, I was not making an impact. I was not living purposefully. Mm-hmm. Yes, I was filling prescriptions, making sure old folks was, abiding by their insurance rules and, shit like that. I mean, it was cool. I worked in the hood. Everybody knew me. It was a good situation, but I also was robbed at gunpoint working at a pharmacy. It's just too much. So, and then being a mom, it was also the hours were just too demanding.
Makes sense.
So, I was like, I remember one time I was wanting to nurse my daughter, but I couldn't because I couldn't leave work. And I could not find my pump. I forgot to bring the pump with me. Mm-hmm. And we were so busy. I couldn't even stop to pee. And one lady was like, honey, your your jacket. And I was like, what? My little white lab coat was soaked. And it was fucked up. So I had to go to the bathroom and basically squeeze the milk out of my titties in the sink at work. So I was like, all right, cool, bet. This is we're going to have to make some changes here.
Clearly.
In my life.
Clearly.
So, I went in a couple different random careers just so I could support me starting a new business. I went into pharmaceutical sales and I went into just different kind of sales, and I was coaching basketball, I was refereeing basketball, coaching track. I was just doing all kinds of stuff just so I can funnel money back into starting my business. So, equipment is not cheap, and I was not trying to take a loan out. I was paying for everything cash.
That's very important because, everybody, well, not everybody, a lot of people feel like we have to either find investors or raise a loan. Raise a loan, but in getting a loan or finding investors, that means your intellectual property and your business is also owned by somebody else. So you can't really move the way that you want to move. But when it's your money and you build it yourself, you make the rules.
Yeah. There's a lot of times when, in my mind, I don't say it, but when I get to certain places with my career, in my mind, I be thinking y'all niggas can't tell me shit for real. For real, because I work for this shit.
Yeah.
That's real shit. Like, I feel like I worked for it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, whatever it took for me to get the equipment that I needed is, you know, like, I even threw newspapers at some point. I had a paper route.
This is a grown-ass woman. You had a paper route.
It's a grown-ass woman.
With kids.
With kids.
And a degree.
Mm-hmm.
From The Ohio State University.
From The Ohio State University. I was hustling everything just so I can make sure. Like, the one thing that I will never be is broke. Period. I don't give a fuck. There's so many things I've been equipped with naturally. And even if it's like I'm not the best at it, you know what I mean? I'm still going to make money at it.
Yeah.
Because, you know, I can make you believe that it's the best.
True.
I mean, but yet and still, it's just one of those things where I've been just always, like, super driven in that way. I think having kids that makes you that way. Mm-hmm. Because I always want, like, super quality for my kids. Mm-hmm. No matter what it is. But then, for me, it's also about my legacy. So, if I gotta throw newspapers to get there, I'm throwing newspapers. So, I mean, I looked at it like, I was throwing newspapers in New Albany. So, I mean, I was making.
Oh, you making a grip. It was New Albany. You was making a little bit of change.
As soon as the holidays came around, they was tipping like, I was getting like $5K in tips. This is real shit.
I mean, New Albany got that.
Yeah, but this is what I did. Like, so people, I mean, don't sleep. Don't think I wasn't also working in my business at the same time. So, like, in the holiday season, I would put together like a little booklet. It would have recipes in it. It would have a cocktail recipe, a savory recipe, something like a craft for kids and families to do together. Mm-hmm. It would have like a little setup. And then in the back of it, it said, thank you from such and such. And here's my address. Here's my email. Here's my phone number.
Hit me up.
Whatever. Next thing you know, I start getting checks in the mail. This is real shit. Literally, every holiday season, I would get checks in the mail. And they'd be like, we loved your recipe. It was everything. We tried it. It was great. So, and then people started, in that area requesting catering.
So how did the celebrity chef portion come into play? Like, where did that transition? And, it's very interesting. I always found that when I'm around other people are like, oh, so-and-so. I'm like, yeah, that's the homie. They're like, oh, well, don't you do such? I'm like, yeah, okay, what's it to you?
Right.
Because, I understand, so there's a saying that, they say if you can't be used, then you're useless. Mm-hmm. But at the same time, it's also trying to understand, a person that's being an opportunist and seeing you as an opportunity.
Yeah.
So how, kind of were you able to kind of make that transition and to get to the point where you're at now?
Well, I know, because I was kind of raised close to the entertainment industry, mm-hmm. in the sense where, like, anytime I would go visit my aunt, she was with some entertainer because she does PR, publicity, and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. So I remember being like 10 or 11, sitting at Ellis Marcellus's house. So the Marcellus's house, Branford Marcellus, Ellis. Like, I was like, I'm with the dad and the two sons, Winton and Branford and Ellis, the dad. So I'm sitting there, like, at the house. They're on the piano. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, to my friends, like, that's, like, not shit. They're like, okay, like, you were at Marcellus's house, like, so?
Yeah.
Like, but you weren't at Tupac's house, like, back then.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I'm thinking, like, I'm not really realizing who I'm in the presence of, but I know that it's important. Mm-hmm. And so my aunt, she was also managing or doing publicity for Harry Connick Jr. So it's like all these people were like, kind of like intertwined. And to me, growing up, like classic jazz artists, and just I was exposed to that form of entertainment. And so later on in my life, I was like completely immune, kind of sort of to celebrity. Like I wasn't like completely.
Just another person that just
another
they just
person.
got a little something, a little bit more money, and they got a little extra title to them. But we all regular people. Sometimes a little bit basic more than just regular people.
Yeah, and they're like a lot of times they're super introverts. Excuse me, and the people around them make them them to be extroverts. But 9 times out of 10, they just want to be like just quiet time and just be like to themselves.
Yeah.
And so for me, I had to, the role that I play is as a chef, I completely respect that privacy. Mm-hmm. Because number one, I do sign non-disclosures. So people are like, oh, you work for this person with that person. Like, you won't be taking pictures in the house. Like, bruh, like Beyonce, if I was working for Beyonce, she would fuck me up.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
For sure. Like, so, whatever is allotted, but I'm not tripping. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Because that type of behavior, when you don't trip, that keeps your job.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Versus somebody that's like super geeked and like
starstruck, like, oh my God.
Walking around the house and stuff. Bitch, my job is in the kitchen.
That's where I'm gonna stay. That's where my eyeballs be. I don't go outside. I don't want to see the living room. I don't want to see. No, I'm good right here.
We're in the bathroom.
Yeah.
We good? Okay, cool. And so for me, that's just how that works. Mm-hmm. And I just was exposed to the type of work that I do just from my aunt saying, hey, there's a niche here. Mm-hmm. You can kind of like capitalize on that niche because once you're in with one, then you just kind of get moved around to yo, yeah, you should use my chef. Oh, that's my chef. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever. Yeah. So that's just how it goes. It's cool. It works out because I'm not an in-home chef, mm-hmm. which I don't think that I could ever do. I don't think I could live with a celebrity. Mm-hmm. I mean, unless you paid me
good amount of grip.
I'm talking about we got to hit that Mega Millions number.
I'm just saying.
We got to hit something. But because, I know a lot of in-home chefs. Mm-hmm. And they definitely sacrifice their personal lives.
I would say so because your life is essentially revolving around the people that you are, in a sense, serving or taking care of.
Yeah. So I'm not... Plus, I got kids.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell my daughters, hey, we moving in with Diddy, so... I mean, they might not
I don't think
trip.
They would be opposed to moving in with Diddy.
They may not trip. They be like, I bet you he got an amusement park in his house. They'd be
geeked.
Super geeked. But for me, it's not something that I ever saw myself doing. But I do like to do, personal engagements for them. Mm-hmm. Even if it's just meal prep for the week. Mm-hmm. And, we do super exclusive high-end affairs for them.
As we transition, because, we had to shout out the team.
You know what I mean?
The high-end affairs part. So, it's because I'm, shamelessly on the team, for mm-hmm. the high-end affair. I have watched literally this whole thing unfold. Mm-hmm. And Josh and I were talking earlier, just it's literally what you think you can do. Our only limitation is ourselves.
That's it.
I remember when you and Josh first we're going to do such, and I'm like, oh, for real? Then 2 weeks later, it was really a thing.
Yeah, it's really a thing. And it's about to become a big-ass fucking thing.
Why? Yeah, you got to tell people why it's so important. And the fact that you come from a background with pharmaceuticals and, as far as the culinary arts, mm-hmm. infusing both of them and talking about the benefits of both CBD and THC, that's important. So mm-hmm. I kind of want you to kind of go in a little bit more detail as to why you even started it and why you felt like it was important to do it, even talking about the first event that you did with Snoop.
Right. So I think that, my curiosity was sparked as far as infusing food, just You know, of course, everybody's like, okay, like how high can I actually get? So, and then I was just like, you know, I started using my family as like my own little test market.
Mm-hmm.
Like my mom has rheumatoid arthritis. My mom's never smoked a day in her life, according to her. You know what I'm saying? I still be like,
You know, she had some reefer back in the day. My grandma finally told me, "It's like your grandpa would smoke reefer. I just can't do it."
I be like, Ma, come on.
You know, it's old school when they say reefer.
So of course, when they say reefer, every now and then I'm prone to believe my mom because I've seen her on one glass of wine or a wine cooler, and I'd be like, bruh, chill. Like,
She be gone.
You are loose. Chill. Saying things you shouldn't say. So, so starting using my parents. My dad has always been a smoker, so he's always a good person to try, you know, things on, and just family or whatever. So within that, like, I got a call for Snoop with one of the marketing people at Mary Jane. And so they called me because they were like, hey, you're a dope ass chef. Would you ever consider doing a huge infused party? Mm-hmm. Like you said, this for Snoop, right? Where fucking yeah. Like, are you serious?
That's not even a question. Like, you should just been like, just send over the contract.
Real shit. I would have did that shit for free. That's real shit. I would have did it for free, just because I was like, this is the greatest opportunity ever. Like never in a million years would I imagine me doing my first fully 200 plus person event infused in Hollywood, in the Hollywood Hills, at the home of the CEO of Absolute Vodka with Snoop Dogg.
Just a girl from Columbus, Ohio.
No, real shit. I'm from Cincinnati originally.
Oh, my bad. Cincy.
Cool.
Shout out to Cincy.
I mean, I'm saying real niggas real. So within that, I was like, okay, this is really this is real. This is some good shit right here. Like, I can't really believe this is happening.
Yeah.
Like that I got the call and, you know, I'm thinking like me, but I appreciate the person that was looking out.
For sure.
I mean, it was definitely somebody had saw some work that I did and then kept me in mind.
Yeah.
And it was just like, I'm going to have a project for you. And I was like, cool. So once I did that, and then once I started working on properly dosing and learning how to, you know, achieve therapeutic dosing with cannabis, if it was in edibles or food and things of that sort, I became very fluid at what I was doing. Mm-hmm. So for me, because I have been doing them, you know, for Snoop, with Snoop, doing them for other celebrities and other entities, other companies, I said, at some point, I just need to start doing these on my own.
Own your shit.
Because I've been putting them together like from top to bottom for them anyway.
Yeah.
They'll come to me with the idea that like I still have to develop the menu. I still have to staff the whole thing. You know, I still have to do cocktails. I have to do all that stuff. Mm-hmm. So let me just do one in my own backyard just to see if I can really do it. Mm-hmm. And that was to me to prove to myself that I can actually do it without any help. And I mean, like any help of like, I ain't got Snoop.
Yeah, no. It was just like Chef Nikki in the building.
Yeah, like really, I was like, I don't have. They like Snoop coming. I'm like, no, he's not. I mean, I probably can get a dog there for sure. But nah, like, and so for me, that was like, okay, this is actually something because I got a call. I mean, I got a message from Mary Jane that was like, yo, good luck. This is good shit. Like, you doing it. We see you. And they even posted it.
I saw that. Well,
yeah,
of
so
course I
like,
saw it.
Yeah, so it was like, all right.
You got something.
I got something. And then I started getting other cannabis companies wanting to be involved. And people were like, what? This is so fucking crazy how you're doing it. And the thing about it is, cannabis dinners aren't new. They're not. Mm-hmm. It's not a new thing. But the way that I do it, it is a concept by which
Bad and bougie.
Yeah, like, and then it's also experiential.
For sure.
So it's not like, white linens and like a guys with bow ties and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like, that's not what I'm trying to embrace, the super like hoity-toity, but I want people to like have a vibe, feel good.
Mm-hmm.
Go over there to the dab bar, knock yourself out, go get you a massage. Cool. Mm-hmm. Go outside and smoke, whatever you want to do, we're going to do it.
Yeah.
So, and I'm excited about the next one because if you decide to be a VIP with the high-end affair.
Talk about it.
Yeah, then you can come in the kitchen and cook with me.
Oh, that's what we're doing?
Yeah.
I just found that out. You
Yes.
you get to cook with Nikki.
You get to come an hour early before the event, and you can get in the kitchen with Chef Nick. If you choose to, or we can have a sesh. You can do a session. Plus, you get take home food too.
I got to ask you this because pretty much right after the first event, we started planning for the next event.
Right.
How do you feel about the event, what took place, and where it's going?
Mm-hmm. So
now that you had the time to really kind of like, digest everything and take it all in.
I feel great. I feel great about the event. I feel like it's a good sense of accomplishment because I'm like, fuck yeah, like we did that shit for sure. And people are like, when is the next one? I'm like, oh my God.
Oh yeah, I did.
People are like nuts.
People
are
asking me about it too.
Are you having with this weekend? I'm like, bro, like I just had it 2 weeks.
My old manager, I did a podcast episode with her. Shout out to Nicole Jackson. Her podcast is gonna come out before, of course, Nikki's. But she was just like, "Oh, me and my wife are gonna come to it." I was like, "She's like, I would know you was a part." I was like, "You should have came through."
Was she there? So she wasn't there.
No. So Jamila ended up doing it afterwards.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But the fact that like people that I didn't even think knew about it, so many people have been talking about this, like so many.
Yeah.
And who would have thought you would have created a traveling cannabis dinner?
Yeah.
Because that's exactly what it's turned into.
Bitch, I'm on tour. Tell everybody.
I mean that's what it is.
Really, I'm out here tour life. #.
Yeah, for sure. Are we ready to talk about Thanksgiving?
We're definitely ready to talk about Thanksgiving. And the funny thing is I get so many messages about what I should do. Like, you should deep fry a turkey and put cannabis leaves all throughout
Wowzers.
inside of a turkey. And then deep fry it. I was like, yeah, no, it will be infused. Mm-hmm. But I'm not just about to stick no weed leaves in there. It's not that same kind of garnish. Like, nah, bro. Like, we good. I mean, I want the turkey to still. That's the thing about me, though. Like, a lot of times you get a lot of chefs that do cannabis dinners that, like, every single damn course tastes like weed, like, straight up.
Yeah, like, and that's, I was eating shit I have never even. What was the stuff with the shrimp and the what was the thing with the watermelon and?
Oh, the watermelon ceviche.
Yeah,
with the glass noodles.
I was like, just eat it. I'm like, I don't know what to say. Just eat it. I'm like, because I ain't cultured like that. So she's trying to.
It's watermelon.
She know her little brother ain't cultured like that. He's just not getting into it.
A lot of people were like, "Is this raw?" I'm like, "It's watermelon."
I didn't know, like, because then they said, like, ceviche, and I was just like, what is it, a shrimp? Like, what is ceviche? And I know a little French, partly vous français, but I'm like...
ceviche is Spanish.
See that? I just fucked it up even more. So I was just like, what is this?
Yeah.
Then, what else did we have? We had the chicken and waffles.
For sure.
That's like a staple favorite of mine. Just
you gotta have that.
That may be a black thing. What else did we have? There was
you had shrimp and grits, you had chicken and waffles.
Real quick, since Josh has come back, hey Josh, why don't you get on the mic and tell him what the slogan is for Thanksgiving?
All right, I gotta remember this. Get baked and give thanks.
He's high.
Yeah,
Oh, wish I had video for that.
I know, that's funny. It's funny. So the thing that Josh has been doing all day, because I've been making edibles, he's been eating the end pieces.
yeah.
Oh, my man's been lit all
Yeah.
day.
So he's been eating the end pieces of anything that I make, and then he had like a whole thing of like cake batter, infused cake batter, and then I made some Alfredo sauce,
Put some infused hot sauce.
and then he made his plate with the fettuccine and the chicken and Alfredo.
Why did I come over for dinner? Okay, this is
And this
something I gotta
dude-
tell y'all.
this dude
Like, everybody
put
be at
hot
Nikki's
sauce.
house.
Yeah.
Nikki be cooking. Like, everybody, hey, Nick, you good? We just know that there's gonna be food over there. Cause she always got something good.
Usually,
Ain't never not something there. And yes, I said ain't never.
ain't never. It's usually food pretty. It's enough. That's why my kids be like, "Ain't nothing to eat." I'm like, "Shit,
How?
you better thaw that out."
Remember when you would get you eat Thanksgiving and Christmas dinner and you sit there and eat on that for like 4 or 5 days?
Oh yeah.
But I mean, like, once it's like put it in like the refrigerator, like the next day, once all the seasonings really had that chance to like marinate and permeate everything, especially the stuff in the
It's
macaroni and cheese.
oh, for sure. And them collard greens, that pot liquor on the greens.
See, now we just now we're just talking about food. All right, so to stay back on point.
Stay back on it.
So we got the high end affair coming up. The next one is going to be
Thanksgiving, and it's going to be November 21st between the hours of 6 and 10. And you have to register at thehighendaffair.com. And we will let you know when the tickets are released so you can buy them promptly, because this motherfucker will sell out this time.
oh
For
yes,
sure.
for sure. You can
And-
cook with Nikki or smoke with Nikki. Have a sesh.
Yeah, and you get to take home.
Take home. We didn't have any to-go boxes the last time.
Bruh, so like I'm like, you get the VIP, you get to take home a sweet potato pie or a pound cake infused.
Infused.
Yeah, or if you want mac and cheese infused, or like sweet potato casserole.
Maybe we need to sell like Thanksgiving plates for like the next day.
I mean, them plates will go up.
I'm just saying.
Those plates will go all the way up. Those plates. Oh my God, I love a Thanksgiving plate.
I'm excited, and I gotta shout out the whole team. Of course, Chef Nikki, cause she the head.
Hey.
Shout out to my boy Josh. Shout out to
Josh.
Jasmine of Vivid
Vibes.
Event Planning.
Oh, Boricua.
POP holding it down.
I fuck with Jasmine.
She definitely gets the job done. So if y'all looking for an
Yeah.
event planner, doesn't matter what the event is, she will get the job done.
Yeah,
Locally, internationally,
yeah.
she the one for the job.
Jasmine is a shit.
For sure.
Yeah, real shit.
So we got Thanksgiving coming up. What else is on the horizon?
Oh, yeah, Thanksgiving for Ohio coming up. And then we have the High End Affair planning for Toronto next month and potentially Chicago. We have some conversations about that coming up. Of course, we're going to do a New Year's Eve High End Affair.
For sure.
Oh, my gosh.
I got to bring in my 30th year. Good. Y'all know where I'm going to be at.
Bruh, you turning 30? That's... Damn.
August 12th, I'll turn 30. 30.
Oh, you mean August? Okay, I was like, wait, what? I thought you just had a birthday. Oh, Josh is turning 29.
Count me in.
He's old enough to come to the party.
For sure, I already know for my 30th, for my dirty 30, I'm thinking we're going to be on somebody's island eating some food someplace. I already got a list of people that's going to be there.
That's cool. We got infused fruit.
For sure. What?
Infused
What?
smoothies. Low key, we're going to probably do some psilocybin treats.
I don't even know what that means, but I'm all for it.
Shrooms.
Oh, okay.
Shrooms. That's the next wave.
You've now been inculcated.
Stay tuned. Chef Nikki will have psilocybin truffles within the next 2 weeks.
For sure.
Yeah.
So I definitely, appreciate you, taking this time out.
Absolutely.
I just appreciate you and love you and Josh for everything that you guys have allowed me to be a part of. And I'm excited about what we're doing, man. We in
the kitchen.
Literally.
Whipping.
Literally.
Like, this is a whole different setup, I promise you. And it's like, if you don't catch a high-end affair in your city, I feel for you. That's real shit.
For sure. Next high-end affair, Thanksgiving.
Yep.
Go to thehighendaffair.com, or you can hit us up RSVP at The High End Affair. Go ahead and get on that list.
Get in there.
Appreciate you.
For sure.
Thanks for rocking out with the kid.
Peace.
This was definitely a very enjoyable episode. Definitely appreciate Chef Nikki for taking time out, sit with the kid, and chop it up. If you're interested in being a part of Thanksgiving and you're in the Columbus, Ohio area, make sure to put the RSVP information in the bio. Make sure you follow The High End Affair at The High End Affair on Instagram. Also follow Chef Nikki at Chef Nikki Steward on Instagram. As always, thank you for listening. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share, and appreciate the love, y'all. Peace.